ready.
Hey everybody, Paul Acevedo, EastX Twitch from Windows Central here. Tonight I'm joined on the mic by Tyler H. and Brian.
Hello.
Yo.
And we are trying out Transformers Devastation for Xbox One, also available on PlayStation 4, PC. Isn't it even on last-gen consoles?
Yes, it is.
Comes from a developer called
So,
Platinum.
pretty much anything that would stand still long enough to be ported
there
to,
you
right?
go. Yeah, they sent review copies out on release day.
That's actually never a
It's
good
usually
sign.
not, but sometimes, who knows?
But
Transformers is the exception that doesn't prove.
There
the
you
rule.
go. You can choose from 3 difficulties to start out with. When you beat the game once, you unlock 2 additional difficulties, as I am told. I'm gonna...
That's correct. From what
I'll
I've
try
heard.
the default difficulty. Hopefully it's not too much for me. Probably not.
Hey,
Yeah, Sirloin,
Sirloin
good to
6.
see you. Of course this is worth a rental. Maybe.
Hey, Zero. Heard you wussed out to be
Yeah,
on the
you know,
mic.
Zero likes Transformers games, so he would have been good on mic. But no.
yeah, anything's worth a couple
My
bucks.
favorite Transformer is Jazz.
Jazz is pretty awesome. When they killed the movie version of Jazz in the very first movie, I did not like that.
Oh, is that the one
Yeah,
that dies?
in the first
I don't know
movie.
too much about
Well, you can't. I mean,
Transformers.
they all look exactly the same in the first movie, right? But
Right. Yes.
it could have been Optimus Prime.
Except for the couple that are supposed to stand out. Yes.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Hey, look at all these Decepticons. I see Blitzwing, Soundwave, Starscream, and Megatron, and he is classic G1 gun Megatron. Whoa, Insecticons too. This is already Transformers overload. Look at that cell shading. I don't think that's Megatron's real voice, but I can't hear very well. Starscream's real voice can't be in the game because the actor Chris Latka died, sadly. He was also the voice of Cobra Commander in the G.I. Joe cartoon, the original. Texture maps are a little bit low resolution, but it's not a very big deal when you have a cel-shaded game.
Yeah, I mean, some of the old GameCube and, PS2 cel-shaded games still look pretty good, so that's an art style that's pretty hard to screw up.
It stands the test of time better than some of the other ones for
Jet
sure.
Grind Radio,
Although there's been some
Jet Set Radio.
Yeah.
And here come the Autobots. Prime, Bumblebee, who is unfortunately not a Volkswagen Beetle, Wheeljack, Sideswipe is the red one, and Grimlock in the back. Grimlock's the one who doesn't really fit in with the group, but that's okay. You gotta have Grimlock.
He's a dinosaur. Is he a
That's right, he's
dinosaur?
a Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, it doesn't really fit in with all the cars.
Oh, this is beautiful.
He's just like, wait for me, guys!
Oh, Zero, you really don't hear the sound well enough? Man, I thought we turned it up the other day. Alright, I turned it up. That's weird, because the Xbox One often was way too loud when we would stream.
Did you update
I
XSplit?
did update it, maybe that's why.
Yeah, they like to break
Prime just got
things.
separated from the group. That's how to explain why we're just playing as him. Cluck my duck, I don't think there's like a lot of different kinds of cell shading, but I mean a lot of different kinds of shading, but what cell shading means is that the characters have a black outline as if they were hand-drawn animation. So they've got the black outline, and then the way they're shaded, it's made to simulate a low number of colors, again, like it was a hand-drawn cartoon.
What in the world is all of this?
Tends to hide jaggies and low-resolution textures.
Yep.
Is this Cybertronian technology?
I think so, Optimus.
Borderlands has
Yeah, Borderlands is a really popular current example.
Yeah, it worked out for them. And there were people who would not play Borderlands because it was cel-shaded. You always get these dumb people who take stands over dumb things, like, it's different, I don't want to play it.
Man, I'll play
There you
anything.
go.
Yeah.
Except horror games.
Aw.
No, thank you.
Have you played any horror games, period?
I've played some that are supposed to be sort of like creepy
Picked up a
or
car.
tense, but nothing like pure horror like Amnesia or
What
anything
about
like
Resident
that.
Evil? Uh-oh. I just
And those lately haven't really been horror games. They've just been action
True
adventure
that.
games.
I just realized that you have limited ammo, and I used up all my ammo shooting nothing.
Wah, wah, wah.
I used to do that at the beginning of games.
Here we have some generic car enemies. Their bodies actually look just like Goldbug, which is Bumblebee's second form that he took in the cartoon, but they're blue. But I guess they're the equivalent of the Stunticons, were car transformers. Oh, you can do a vehicle attack in the middle of a combo? I didn't pull it off though. Why, it says. It's trying to teach me these combos. I mean, it's teaching you the combos, but the enemies will hit you back in the middle of a combo. They don't seem to get stunned. Press yes. When you see a blue flash, hit the right bumper to do your transformation attack.
It's interesting that they went with Transformers for like super fast-paced action. To me, it's a little bit slower, powerful action, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. I just thought it was funny.
Looks pretty decent so far.
Yeah, that one looks really good. It's just like, even in the movies, to me, the Transformers are more all about, like, and mostly I just know movies, but slower and powerful and strong like that instead of like fast-paced stuff. Like with quick dodges and things
I'm gonna
like
learn
that.
how to dodge. Dang it. Just too slow to do that vehicle attack. But in the cartoon they weren't really lumbering, so this is just trying to be, I guess, the best adaptation of the cartoon they could make on their budget.
Well, it's nice to see Activision gave them enough to, make a
Heck
decent
yeah.
game.
Yo, Finn forever. Seeker. So we got some jet bad guys now.
Optimus, I got your back.
Hey, Sideswipe's here. Can I actually fire now? I hope I got ammo. Yeah, I got some ammo. Good. Holding left trigger aims, of course. Let's beat those jets up. The fact that you can pick up cars and trucks and throw them is pretty awesome.
You have to find an insider build, Finn?
You'll fall eventually.
It's an
I mean,
insider.
don't you just go to insider.windows.com?
Windows, phone stuff. Come on, Paul.
Oh yeah, there was a big Microsoft show recently, huh? Was that yesterday or a couple days
Yesterday,
ago?
and it was awesome. I am too poor to afford all the cool stuff, though.
Collect energon cubes to restore energy. Green give you health. Blue give you weapon ammo.
So it's like
Although-
Microsoft's version of all those Apple shows.
And they definitely outdid Apple, I personally think.
Well, the bad news for me is that supposedly AT&T has not announced that they are picking up the Lumia 950 XL,
You'll just have to buy it from Microsoft.
but I couldn't get it on contract.
I thought AT&T was sort of getting away from
Well,
contracts.
you know what I mean. Like, I can't get it at a discount. I would have to pay $650. Log energon cube.
Well, that's true.
CMU thinks I should just settle for a 950, but I specifically wanted the 950 XL, the successor to the 1520.
I mean, it's 5.2 inches for the 950. It'll be pretty good.
Is the 950 coming to AT&T? Just not the XL or something?
Yeah, that's
They haven't said
That's
they're
what
going to
they've
sell the
announced.
XL yet.
Weird.
yeah. It's I mean,
There's no way, Sirloin.
oh, Teletran 1 is telling me what to do. Teletran 1 is the computer they had in the cartoon. That is so cool. Ooh, I shot a switch and it made something appear over here. What's that do? Ooh.
Is Sprint gonna have any Windows phones?
Nope.
Not a big surprise there, huh?
I think they just don't want to bother putting space in their stores. They did, like 4 Windows phones and then gave up.
Yeah, I think it was about that.
A Samsung, a Lumia that they sold for like 3 weeks, and an HTC, I think.
Yeah, I had an HTC. It was called the Arrive. I think it was kind of a funky phone, but it worked for me. And then they had the ATIV or ATIV S or whatever the hell that is.
Samsung, right?
But
Yeah.
Samsung. But I split with Microsoft before that actually released.
They had a little breakup. It was very emotional.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. Let's put it that way. Still raw about it.
Follow me.
Yep. The testicle Tyler lost has never grown back.
That's right.
They
And
robbed him.
you wonder why I'm single, because I've been hurt before. I just can't let myself get hurt again. Oh,
Alright, time to go into vehicle form. Hold right bumper. And then you
So-
just stay that way until you hold it again. And here's a driving sequence. This is fun.
Feel like when my windows are down.
Hopefully, I should be getting a Surface Pro 4
That's exciting.
soon. Yeah, because we have a couple people that need Surfaces at work, so
Optimus, look.
why don't they get the Surface Pro 4?
because they wouldn't appreciate it.
Do it. Nice job.
Maybe they would.
Nah,
You're
they wouldn't.
stepping all over their enjoyment.
Darn Skippy.
I'll keep a lookout.
What were you disappointed by, Sergeant Torrente?
I think he was disappointed by the Microsoft event.
Huh. Well, I mean, I'm disappointed that I'm not going to be able to get the phone I want, and then I'm going to have to give up on Windows Phone. That sucks. Because I cannot afford to buy a phone at full price. It's got to be subsidized.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean,
Zero's saying check your inventory.
the prices for phones off contract, I just don't, I would just get a free one
Check
before
my
I
inventory.
paid that much for like a
Yeah.
good one.
Yeah, I think you should just get the 950, honestly.
Lying to us on
Changing
stream
characters
again.
wise, you definitely can only change characters and do like character upgrades at these certain points. Because I read the little reviewer's guide they sent us. But if he's talking about me needing to fill up my health, then I could do that here. I can see my consumable repair kits at least. And I can look at my status and it shows my stats. You build up your character in this game and your progress carries over between playthroughs, which is really cool.
Think I can get through.
Yeah, I like that. So that you just go on harder difficulties and try and get better, but your character will also be better.
Yeah, so it actually can be fun that way. Wow! Oh crap.
Right.
Dodged too soon. Yay, I successfully dodged the attack. Oh, I should have dodged his attack.
Well, Microsoft only announced one cheap phone at their little
Yeah.
event.
Which is a big improvement over what they've been doing for the last 2 years, right?
Yeah, they need to strip down the line a little bit there.
What's the cheap phone? Which one?
Oh,
what's the
thank
cheap
you,
phone
Cluck My
called?
Duck.
The 550.
It's this dude's birthday and he just gave me money. You don't have to do that.
Jeez, thanks, man.
Awesome. Thank you, Cluck.
He is a great viewer.
Yeah, if you want a cheap phone, you're better off getting one of the Motorola's. If you want Android, honestly, they are just incredible phones.
Oh, I got a rank B that time. That's a lot better.
I'll probably get an S6 on Black Friday for a penny.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. But I'm not like a big phone guy anymore or anything. Yeah, I had my day like that, but now, I needed to call and text
Uh-oh.
and, let me surf the web well and use apps that I want to use,
Look.
but I'm not into.
Sorry, didn't mean to
Look
touch
who it
that.
is, you guys. Did you just ban somebody, Brian?
No, I
Oh.
hit my mic.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
I hit the pop filter, so you
He's
probably
talking
didn't
to
hear
his
anything.
wife. Grab your butt. Sorry, I didn't mean to touch that.
Oh, it's Afro Transformer.
He's not an afro. Ah!
Ah, the
Ah, he just picked
Devastator.
me up and slammed me into the ground. Yeah, he's huge. So, ah!
Grabs me, I am done for.
That is Optimus Prime's real voice, Peter Cullen. So that's awesome.
Nice.
He doesn't sound as young as he used to, but
Yeah, well, that's what
Yep.
30 years will do.
is this what Bayonetta plays like?
They said it plays a whole lot like
Yeah.
Bayonetta. It's been a long, long time since I've actually played Bayonetta, but I read most of the things are the similar, like the dodge mechanic like slows down time a little bit or something. Maybe I can like that, I don't know.
I-
But that's a Bayonetta
Sweet.
thing too. Big boss fights against like gigantic enemies are always kind of weird to me. Like you basically just attack their feet
You do.
and stuff.
It's like, why don't they just kick us away?
Yeah.
This is more like it. Did it! Woo! Rank B. I'll live with that.
Nice.
Devastator, you're needed elsewhere. The others can finish the
Yeah, there's no way that's Megatron's real voice.
Another time, Autobots.
Wait, isn't Megatron the one you said he
No,
passed away?
that was Starscream. Megatron is Frank Welker, who still does lots of voice acting. He was Nibbler in Futurama, and he mostly does cute animal voices in shows, but he can do a lot of other things too. He's the voice of Freddy from Scooby-Doo.
What an illustrious career.
Really is quite prolific. It's a okay, materialize something, and they only activate for a certain amount of time, so where is it? I want the collectible. There's a lot of collectibles in this, by the way.
I've heard there's a ton.
Yeah, at least it encourages you
But
to
I mean-
play through a lot of times, so it's not as big a deal.
Right, because you're playing through it 5 times or whatever if you want to get the 100% of the platinum trophy or
Yeah.
whatever. So you'll have plenty of time to do a collectibles run in one of those many runs. And I think it's only about 5 to 6 hours long for your first playthrough.
Nice. That's perfect for reviewers like me and you.
It's good, and it's better for a game that wants you to play it over and over.
Oh yeah, so much better.
How many Transformers can you play as?
It's
You know?
only 5.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that different from the first Transformers game that everybody really liked, Fall of Cybertron, or
Oh, Fall of
Yeah.
Cybertron. Yep. I like that one as well. I don't even really like Transformers that much. It's just kind of a fun
I
action.
played a bunch of it with Zero actually.
Nice. Does it have online co-op?
It does.
Nice. I didn't realize that. I think I played it by myself.
Yeah, it's a Gears of War clone, you know. Not nearly
I
as
knew.
good as
Like-
Gears of War, but still a good game. Oh, I can change weapon. I have change it between basic machine gun. There we go. Alright. Yeah, D-pad switches between your different weapons, and you can have up to 4. One has to be melee. Ooh, I got a rank A that time. That's better. What a fun game. Item scanner temporarily increases item drop rate by 30%. Neat. Anything over here? Yeah, this one actually materialized an item. The other one just didn't even do that.
Well, that's an interesting thing to hear there, CMU.
What's...
T-Mobile is open to carrying the 950 and 950 XL.
Oh, so they'll carry the 950 XL.
Just switch over to T-Mobile and you'll be good to go.
Boy.
Well, I mean, if you live in an area with good reception, that's not a bad idea.
We have a family plan, and we're using all 5 lines, so there's no way we'll ever switch off, unfortunately.
Yeah. That's actually how I am with Sprint as well. It's just
I was
the
going to say
amount
T-Mobile's.
of effort that would take to switch all that over is not even worth it.
I think T-Mobile's family plan for 4 people is $100. So
Close.
it's not bad. I'm not saying it's great, but
I think it's pretty good.
Here's another...
Sprint is more than that, but Sprint is still pretty cheap comparatively.
I've just encountered another collectible. It's this little bouncy guy named Remzeek from the cartoon. Pretty obscure reference, but really neat that is... Kremzeek, that's it. Really neat that that's a collectible. To see some reverence for the show by someone with actual development talent, you know? Something you just don't get a lot of.
It's true. Were Korra fans happy with Platinum Games version of Legend of Korra? Not necessarily how the game played, but how the game presented.
That's a good question.
Legend of
I've never read anything good about the game, but I also haven't read a lot about it because I don't care about Legend of Korra.
I didn't mind the game. I wouldn't spend any more time with it than I did, but
What I want is for it to be like the first Avatar game, and you only have to play it for 5 minutes.
play it for 5 minutes, get 100% of the
Yeah, then I would have bought it.
I've never even heard of a 1.5 millimeter connector.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made them. I've heard of 2.5 and 3.5 as standard connectors.
Am I not supposed to go that way? I don't think I'm supposed to go that way. Nope, come on. What I don't like is when I'm trying to do a ground pound and I just transform instead of doing the ground pound. Ah, crikey. Ah, man. Yeah, this giant thing keeps... There we go. Got the item. Get it! Oh, stop smashing me. I mean, it is just smashing me over and over. Woo! Use a ramp. Oh, and when you're a car, you can drive through little things.
2.5. Yeah, there are adapters for 2.5 to 3.5
So what are we talking
Headsets?
headset
Yeah.
jacks.
Oh.
I don't believe...
2.5 is like a cellular type connection.
3.5 is what consoles use.
I am here to stop.
3.5 is like the pretty much like standard for most earbuds
Yeah.
and stuff. That's
Headset
like,
mini jacks, so they're
Yeah.
they're pretty standard in everything. And then you jump up to 1/4, which is 7 millimeters, which is your big old time headphone jacks.
This is our home now.
And for like major audiophiles who think it makes a difference.
the adapter is bigger. You can hear the music better.
Yeah. If you buy like $6,000 headphones, maybe.
Ooh. I take back what I said earlier. That might actually be Frank Welker. I think at the time I said it definitely wasn't. It was actually Starscream talking.
Yeah, Starscream
Yeah.
sounds nothing like the old one.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you could tell he's trying, but he's not.
The original G1 cartoon had some really distinctive voice acting, and it doesn't get enough credit for that. It had these really special voice actors like Scatman Crothers, who simply can't be replaced. I'm supposed to get into the vehicle form and run into him.
When was the first Transformers cartoon on?
Wasn't it 1985?
Early
Yeah, it
80s?
started in 85 and continued for a few years after that. The movie came out in 86 in theaters. I saw it in the theater. It was so good. Much better than anything Michael Bay could ever poop out.
I saw the Pokemon movie.
Hey, that's something. So did I.
Which one? There've been like 50.
The first one.
Hey, that's something. Yeah, the first one's the one I saw.
The only one worth seeing.
I think I
No.
saw the second one.
If-
Yeah, well, it was fine. I mean, a lot of it really depends on how much you like Pokemon, and I kind of didn't totally get out of it, but got out of it a decent amount.
Ooh, nice attack.
Yeah,
Continued
take
on.
that Megatron.
Mega
Yeah,
troll.
he thinks he's so bad. Not so bad.
Megatron always thinks he's in charge.
I hate to have to use all my health refill packs. I feel like they're going to be limited. Maybe I should, given the building up nature of the game, maybe I should have started on easy.
Is there a Battlefield beta on Xbox One?
I don't know.
I believe so.
Anyone checking it out? I'm not.
No.
Battlefront. Ah!
Although-
Hit it.
Yeah, sorry.
There's, well, I say for the new, what is that, COD?
Star
Black
Wars.
Ops or whatever.
Right.
There's a lot of controversy that the digital codes have disappeared for the Xbox. And neither Activision nor Microsoft are giving any sort of explanation.
COD.
You mean for the beta?
No, for the actual game. People are trying to buy like the digital codes for it and they can't. It's very strange.
Wait, of Call of Duty?
Yeah, the new Call of Duty, the Black Ops 3 or whatever.
But it's not out yet.
Yeah, I know. But people are trying to pre-order it and freaking out apparently.
I guess I'm
Yeah,
still
that is
confused.
a little confusing, Brian.
Like they're trying to pre-order.
Yeah, I'm confused
You
too.
might be using the wrong word for
Oh.
something. I don't...
Why?
No,
Why would they
they're-
get a pre-order a code?
Yeah.
They want the
Woo.
digital code when the game releases.
Ah.
So they're pre-ordering it on places like Amazon and the Microsoft store for the Xbox.
Oh.
And they can't.
All right. If you say so. Okay, Zero checked Wikipedia, and Frank Welker definitely does reprise his role as Megatron and Soundwave, which is good. So now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
What's the exact name of this game?
Transformers Devastation.
There you go. I have a terrible memory.
It's not my favorite.
Better than having terrible memories.
It's true.
Uh-oh. What am I supposed to do with this?
Can't argue with the truth, no matter how irrelevant.
Hmm.
Oh, didn't get them all. Ooh, I got them all. Good. I like...
Yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on there. Collect my duck. It's kind of weird.
Give me those items.
The game was removed from Xbox servers, so any code used to download it basically doesn't exist in the servers. But why would the game be on the servers if it's not released yet?
I think it's coming out really soon, and that's why people are starting to get a
Can't
little antsy.
pre-order it digitally right now, right?
Yeah, which means they don't get any of their pre-order bonuses. You know,
But
stuff
you
like
could
that.
pre-order it to the Xbox One still if you wanted.
You could. You'd have to wait for the physical copy to come in.
No, through the Xbox One store. Like
I don't think you can.
Oh, really?
No.
I guess I just assume most big digital games are pre-orderable right now, as of now, but it might be a Sony thing.
It's pre-orderable on PlayStation, but not the Xbox.
Sucks to be us. Probably something to do...
That sounds like those two are having an argument, and they're trying to sort it out behind the closed doors.
Spider-Man 2 style.
Activision does have an agreement with Sony now instead of Microsoft, because Microsoft let it lapse.
Well, the one thing I...
Microsoft and Microsoft's turning into the new Sony.
Hey, there's a Decepticon
Yeah.
symbol I can shoot. Let's see what that does. Can my...
One thing I don't like is I was reading a bunch of articles that Sony is preloading Destiny on a lot of people's PS4s, which
on
is
my
stupid.
PS4. I don't know if the whole game was preloaded. I didn't check, but yeah, I was right on my XMB. It's really stupid. That's why I just said Sony's becoming the new Microsoft and Microsoft's becoming the new Sony. I mean, because Microsoft got nothing but hate for all the ads that they used to have on their dashboard back in the day. Now Sony's like, oh yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw this random ad on here for no reason.
Yeah, it's not even an ad. It actually does
Yeah.
download some stuff to your Xbox.
Yeah,
Because it's like, hey, you might like this. Hell no, if I didn't buy it, I don't want it.
yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, you can turn it off. There's a setting you have to activate, but it's just annoying that setting is on by default.
Yeah, and I mean, the PlayStation 3 did have a similar thing, and I think most people shut it off, but it like basically was saying, do you want us to download content that might be relevant to you or something like that, which is basically their way of saying, do you want to opt in to advertisements?
I always turn that
things.
crap off.
Yeah, and I don't think PlayStation had done it yet on the PlayStation 4, so I think everyone's probably been in default
Crap.
for a long time. So this will get everyone to shut it off.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably turn my PS4 on later tonight and turn that crap off.
I have to remember that when I get one someday.
It's not like
I don't play it very often, so.
Woo! I just want to point out that this is really, really fun, and that if you like Transformers, you should not be able to live with yourself if you don't buy it.
yeah, it
This
looks
looks
awesome.
like a pretty fun hack and slash
Yeah,
platformer.
I mean, I might even like it better than the Fall of Cybertron, although I do miss co-op. But it's not a game, it's a kind of game it's not suited to co-op. It's more like Bayonetta.
It's a Platinum
Yeah.
Games game, so it's not surprising. Or as so-called would say, who's that?
That is what you would say.
Uh, Yeah, he's like, what's Platinum Games? Are you crazy? But they've got a pretty good reputation for making some solid action games, and this seems to be one of their better ones.
Yeah,
based on
Platinum makes some pretty awesome freaking games.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite developers.
Oh.
They're making the new Nier for PlayStation 4, so that's cool.
That is cool. I'll take Transformers over Bayonetta 2 any day. Not that I wouldn't like to have Bayonetta 2.
I was gonna say I might have to pick that up. Although I saw on Amazon they're jacking the price
Dang,
of that up.
really?
Kinda
What?
last I looked, it was like $65.
Bayonetta?
Yeah, Bayonetta 2.
Nintendo is so bad
Ultimate
at
Attack.
everything they do.
Wow, the ultimate attack is pretty cool. Shot a bunch of missiles out.
A lot of their not super popular, but I mean they only have so many games, you know? Like when you buy a Wii U, there's only a certain subset of games you're going to want to buy, and they let some of those games get out of print.
For sure.
Yeah, I don't know how they do that.
Although used is still under 45, so that's not too bad. Like the Ocarina of Time reprint, the Ocarina of Time 3DS or DS version, no 3DS version, went out of print. I mean that game was going for like 60 and 70 bucks for a while. I'm not sure what it's at now.
It's still out of print?
Wow.
I think so, yeah.
Well, you
Like
can always
best-
pick it up on the digital store.
You can buy it on the digital store, but still.
I'm not that crazy about that particular game compared to everyone else. You know, I played through it and I enjoyed it, but the world is pretty sparse and I never liked how it looked, so
No, it's actually back down to below 40
Oh, that's good to hear.
used. It's
Ah.
30
Oh,
used, so they must have brought out some more somehow.
Been like Square Enix. Square Enix makes some good games and some that are controversial.
They used to make a lot better.
Their
games.
management
Yeah.
is really bad right now, although they did fix things up with Final Fantasy XIV, which is encouraging.
Yes.
I'm not gonna let that slight towards Ocarina of Time get by. So Ocarina of Time is
it's
an
not that
amazing-
great.
It's an amazing
Yeah,
game
no.
that
Link Between Worlds was significantly better.
It just depends on what you like.
I mean, yeah, but it's
Newer.
also what 17
Yeah.
years newer. I mean, if
Yeah,
you
well,
played Ocarina of
Link to
Time
the
back-
Past was significantly better.
if
I
you-
also agree with
if
that,
you
but
played Ocarina of Time back in the day when it came out. It
Yeah,
was amazing.
I didn't have an
You
instant.
it's a
guys
game
are
of its
so-
time, and you have to remember
so
N64 games visually just don't
Right.
age appropriately,
They don't know that generation is not surviving.
which is a shame, but that's why those games should have
Yeah.
been 2D and not 3D. So this has been our first look at Transformers Devastation from Platinum Games and Activision. It sells for $50. It's $10 less than other retail titles. And as far as I can tell, it's absolutely worth that amount of money. Maybe they charge a little less because there's no multiplayer.
That could be. Looks like an excellent game though.
Absolutely. I can't wait to play through more of it. Thank you everybody for watching. Be sure to read our full review at windowscentral.com when it runs, which will be a few days from when we're recording this. Follow me on Twitter and Twitch. Punch Tyler in the nose. Whatever you do, please don't hate. Appreciate.